Hello guys and welcome back to a new life. A new beginning. Where the fuck did that come from? I have no clue, but yeah, apparently we're playing a new life. So, um well, let's go exploring. He's not going to look behind or talk through there, so
Faye stares at the doc like he is going to kill her, but he just wants to test her knee reflex.
well, her idea of medicine is kind of different.
Doc, I need a stamped certificate or Barney won't let me attend the presentation.
You will get it as soon as I've finished examining your friend.
Hey, that's too bright.
Will you please refrain from squeezing your eyes shut? I have to check your pupils.
No, my eyes remain shut.
This is going to take a while. If I want to be on time for the presentation, I'd better find another way.
Well, that's nice that they at least, just go, oh, here, this is what you need to do. You need to, get a clear bill of health.
Only people who can produce such a scrap of paper are allowed on the oil rig.
Well, let's take it. I'm sure we can still read it here, so yep.
The doc already completed it. Only the seal is missing.
Well, good thing that there's an ink thing and a stamp there.
Doctors and their paperwork. A stamp pad can become as important as a scalpel.
Or more important.
Totally dry, just like bureaucracy itself.
Great. Well, I guess we'll go have a look around.
Duva painted the upper one a long time ago, but not the lower one.
I forget who Duva is. That's probably bad.
Looks like one of the vaults you see in murder mysteries. One of those where they store the corpses.
Though it's paperwork, so yeah. Blood samples?
Vicious stuff.
Vicious? Really? Blood?
I'm stealing blood from a doctor. Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah, probably. We should probably close it too. Yeah, nothing happened here. Nope. And then Ben just needs to start whistling, but he apparently doesn't, so.
There's the cabinet with the patient records. Mine is in there too.
Well.
Ah yes, there it is. Vince Fenson, born severe depression, burnout syndrome, etc., etc. We advise against continuation of employment. Was it really only just 2 years ago?
Okay. I guess I can close that again. There's not too much point in there.
The mattress sags, the bed squeaks, and you are miles away from daylight. I can't stand seeing the bed anymore, even after 2 years have passed.
Well, what about this blood then?
Not a nice sight.
It's just blood in a friggin' container, so.
There's a name tag on the tube. Wallstrom. Mads. Ha! That's the doctor's blood.
So can we use that with the ink thing?
A drastic measure, but time is short.
That is crazy. Well, do we need to use the... You know, you want to take the stamp thing, but I'm gonna assume if I use the paperwork on it, it's just gonna do that.
Morbid, but it worked.
That's strange. Like, I get what you have to do, because I did it, I figured that out, but it doesn't make it apparent, because you just, you get the ink pad. The pad, not the stamp itself, as an object to interact with, so.
Signed in blood, if that isn't a hell of a deal.
It's not exactly
Everything
signed.
peachy, Bent? Where's your companion?
She'll be a while.
That's too bad. The presentation is almost over. Do you have the health certificate?
Well, I just figured, we needed that. Well, it blatantly told us we did, so, yeah, here.
Here, Barney, that should be all. May I enter now?
Okay. Name's on it. Stamp as well. All right, time for your big comeback.
Ha! Oof.
Nervous?
Should I be?
Well, it's been 2 years since you last saw your son.
Oh, nonsense. I'm not nervous.
Yes.
Could you go ahead, please? This little do-gooder needs to visit the restroom first. What? I just need to pee. I'm not nervous.
Sure, Ben. Sure.
Yeah, sure, indeed. What the hell was with the 3 floors, though? But
Dr. Svensson, I'm trying to be polite here. What you just told us is ripe with trivial generalizations and esoteric hocus-pocus. We know that our oil reserves will be used up one day. We are aware that we will need to find a way to fill the hole this will rip into the energy supply. We also know that some nuts will be worried about the climate whenever you try offering them workable solutions. What we don't know is why on earth we came here. What miraculous technology are you talking about when you claim to be able to solve all this planet's problems in one stroke?
Thank you for the cue, Mr. Indez. I am talking about a technology that doesn't produce emissions. One that can be replicated easily and that can be grown in every household. It is effective enough to...
Did I understand you correctly? Your miracle plant will grow in every consumer's garden?
Yes. The magic word is reproduction. A small installation that will fit on every balcony will provide enough energy for the household. It is an autonomous and ecological energy. The process is called nitrogenase.
He means hydrogenase.
The process is called hydrogenase, which means that cyanobacteria will convert light, air, and water into high-energy oxygen. The degree of efficiency of the energy output yields values around 0.08%.
What? That's wrong. It's 0.8%.
Do you want to give the lecture, Father?
he does.
Maybe we can cut this embarrassing family drama short. The question I ask myself is, what kind of business model do you have in mind? If people grow algae on their balcony like chives, what do we sell them? No one here wants to give away energy for free, right?
Yes. No. The consumer needs the technology to to grow the algae and dissipate the hydrogen. Fuel cells for conversion must be bought and maintained. But, well, that's all there is to say on the business aspect of our presentation. I suggest we take a short break. Afterwards, we can jump right in with the calculations.
I would like to see this bacteria in action.
Or that. After the break, we will present the blue-green algae, and then we will talk about the calculations. We will reconvene at 2 o'clock sharp. Thank you.
Do they even have that?
That was something. And where has Duva disappeared to? The least he could say was hi.
Please
Right,
don't
that's
hold
him.
it against him. It's all the excitement about the presentation. And then his father appears out of the blue. He is a bit overwhelmed.
He shouldn't blame himself. He did well. I am more worried about this Indez.
Emilio Indez is a businessman. He needs to ask these kinds of questions.
No, my gut tells me that he's planning something. And I won't leave this room before I've found out exactly what it is.
Alright, so now, do we even get to go out?
I'll not leave before I know what Indez plans to do.
Well, that answers that.
Barney pretends not to be worried, but I know him well enough to see through his act. Barney, can I ask you something?
Sure, shoot.
What is Indez doing here?
He was at the climate conference in Oslo. I guess that's where he heard about our research. In any case, he called me right after the conference to make an appointment.
This man is one of the biggest polluters on the planet.
I know, but if he's our only investor in the end...
Then we will be selling our souls to the devil.
Bent, I know you don't like to hear this, but I can't stress it enough. Sometimes you have to compromise if you want to do good.
That's not really what Ben believes in, does he?
Who are those two at the table over there?
Mr. and Mrs. Wagner, from Wagner & Wagner, in Vancouver.
They came all the way from Canada?
Not quite. They were on vacation at a fjord when they heard about the presentation.
Well, I hope they don't see this as a day trip. The last thing we need is tourists.
What we need are people with money, and those two have money to burn. So, please, be nice to them.
Guess we'll be speaking with them shortly.
Who is the man in the white outfit?
That's Saeed Janzir. He is the chief accountant of one of the biggest oil tycoons in the Middle East.
Just an accountant? How much say can an accountant possibly have?
His boss wanted to come himself at first, but he had to cancel on short notice. Bent, times are tough. Beggars can't be choosers.
Just great. Who is the man in the yellow vest and tie?
His name is Mike Zemft. He's doing an internship with us.
Oh? Is he any good?
Hard to tell. He just walks around most of the time, taking notes. If I didn't know better, I'd say he's doing research for a novel.
Sure. Who would want to write a story about guys like us?
Good point. But you know as well as I that crazy people can be found everywhere.
I better get on with things.
Good luck.
Yeah, okay.
Still water, much healthier than wine cooler and champagne.
Well, let's take it. Yep. Can we take more?
1 liter should be enough.
That's a big bottle. That looks like a half-liter bottle, but I don't know. Maybe not.
A bottle opener. Next to it, a water bottle with a screw cap. Good to know some people think ahead.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Pistachios. Much better than salmon canapes and caviar.
Well, just picked up the snacks. Bit selfish, but, you know.
My old telescopic pointer.
Can we pick it? Yes. I kind of want to, man button. Let's look at that, actually.
The curtain controls. It's stuck.
Well, that's always great. Yeah, I kind of just want to look at everything before I talk to people, since that seems to be what we're supposed to do.
This is the lever for the window.
Okay, then... It creates bird sounds.
The window is open.
Eavesdrop sounds like fun, though.
I don't believe it. Why do the loudest fledglings in the world have to live next to this window? As long as they are making all that ruckus, I won't understand a single damned word.
Then what the fuck are we supposed to do about that? Stopper?
The curtain stop is stuck. It really lives up to its name.
That it does.
I only see one way to reach it.
Do you want to climb on that chair?
Yes, why do you ask?
Well, I thought you were a gentleman, a man with distinction, someone I and my husband would have liked to support financially.
Even a gentleman has to climb on chairs from time to time.
Please, let's not argue. I said my mind. You do what you want with that.
Unless I want to scare off our investors, I'd better find another solution.
That is a really strange way to stop you from doing something. I mean, that's literally just going, oh, Ben's a practical guy, you know, he doesn't give a fuck. He can just, you know, step on a chair and reach it. But no, the investors don't want you doing that. It is a bit strange, mind you, but still, that is a bit, yeah. Oh, he goes to push the button. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's use the pointer then. Pretty sure that works.
Nudging the stop won't...
Oh, or it won't.
On with it. Ha! That fits perfectly.
Does it? I never expected that to work, but I figured with that bottle opener you could at least latch onto it or something, but I didn't actually expect it to stick together. I'm not even sure how it is sticking together, but apparently it works. What the fuck?
The Philosopher's Stone. A bottle opener on a pointer.
Oh, there we go. So what if we close that now? That gets us nothing.
I don't believe... Why do the... As long...
What the fuck am I supposed to do with them then? Can I get outside? Scare the birds away? Then eavesdrop?
What do you think about the presentation, Mr. Indes? Do you think this blue-green algae is a good investment?
This cabbage? No way. But I could have told you that before.
If you already knew that, why are you here?
I came here to dispose of a nuisance. A nuisance as small as an ant, but as persistent as a thorn in my side, and as presumptuous as a fat Norwegian who sticks his nose into things that are none of his business.
Go on, don't mind me.
What nuisance are you talking about?
I will tell you in private.
Yeah, as in, hey, you need to eavesdrop in case you hadn't noticed yet.
It needs a lot of power, but is otherwise environmentally friendly. I wouldn't accept anything else. The little brats are hungry.
Do I really give them the snack?
Hello, you little, birds. What do you want?
Food.
And here I thought I was good with kids.
What the fuck?
Do you like pistachios? There you are.
Seriously?
Good.
Seriously. I love that that worked. I love that. That's good. That's real good. Alright, so can I still... yeah. Alright.
Are you worried the algae could destroy the energy market?
If a flower power energy everyone could grow on his balcony really existed, then yes, I would be worried. But this cabbage couldn't supply enough energy for a toaster. I'm just worried that these idiots in Oslo might see it differently.
And what do you plan to do about it?
What every good businessman would do. I'm going to buy it. I will put one specimen on my shelf, and I'll dump the rest into the ocean. That's where algae belong, after all. Bon voyage, Dr. Svensson. Arrivederci, Echo Power. And the best thing is, as long as no one else is interested in it, I will get it at a bargain price.
The pig.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the break is over.
Wait, I
If
didn't
you would
even...
be so kind to return to your seats.
No. No, I want to speak to the old people. Oh well.
We will commence live presentation of our technology now. As you can see, our assistants provided some algae specimen. Dr. Svensson, if you would.
Of course.
He means me.
Let me do it. I worked on that technology for 30 years. I know how to get the maximum possible result.
Well then, proceed.
Really? Yeah, maybe you should not have, you know. Maybe you should not have. Well, let's look at everything, I guess.
The lamp on the generator only glows lightly. The generator transforms the H2 the algae produces into electricity. There's something heavy on the hose. No wonder the generator isn't working properly.
Well,
this thing was put here on purpose. The generator gets enough H2 now.
alright. Still lots of things there.
The algae needs light, fresh water, and air for successful hydrogenase.
Well, where do I pour in the water?
There must be an... Let's freshen up the algae a bit. Ha! It works much better with clear water.
I can't actually see that there's anything in there, but alright.
It works...
Okay, so... let's...
The algae needs light, fresh water, and air for successful hydrogenase.
Well, I mean, it's open at the top, so it gets air. There's water now. So I assume the move option will move it into the light, just to the right.
Well,
Light
the
work.
algae has light and fresh water, and the gas can freely flow into the generator.
And the light bulb glows. Bravo. Can you really not see the genius in this performance?
The only thing I see is slime in a fish tank.
Dr. Svensson, since no one else seems interested in it, I would like to buy the slime.
Stop, just a second. I forgot something. The presentation isn't over yet.
Well, I can hardly wait.
I did forget something? Oh, wait. I think I get sort of what they want me to do. Or, I'm... Since we have that net still, which is, you know, future stuff, and we have a battery, I'm assuming that I have to use those, but...
This thing looks like a rechargeable battery. What the heck is the battery doing on the H2 hose?